We visited the UK's most underrated and scariest Halloween event that has an attraction so scary I'm actually going to chicken out. Would you be up for being separated, blindfolded and electrocuted? There's actually a safe signal you can make if it's all getting too much and you need them to actually stop. Screams at Thornton Hall is home to 3 quality scare mazes in total, with designs that have little tricks that make them different to any other Scream park in the UK. Perfect if you're looking for a good jump scare this Halloween season. There's also an interactive walkthrough scare zone which has a bit of a live action roleplay element to it. And if all the frights and jump scares just get a little too much, there's actually llamas and alpacas you can cuddle. Would you actually go through the BlackMarket scare maze, or are you chickening out and using the old safe signal? Coming up in this episode, we have a guide to plan your trip to this year's Screams at Thornton Hall, and we'll share our honest review. Hey, this is Stu for Out and Back Travel. I make videos like this one to help plan your own spooky adventures. If you like this video or find it helpful in some way, please smash that like button, as that really helps me out on YouTube. Thank you so much. Just like Casper the Friendly Ghost, there's always full transparency here, and I was kindly invited to Screams at Thornton Hall with special permission to film. But as always, I'll always share my honest thoughts and wouldn't recommend anything I wouldn't spend my own money on. So Screams! At Thornton Hall Country Park is making a jubilant return for its second outing in its current incarnation, and it feels as though they've really built upon the strengths of last year. We have 3 returning mazes, although each one has been tweaked and feels a lot more finished. And BlackMarket has been fully fleshed out for this year, so it has more of a story and theming and detail compared to last year. So really that is a new maze this year. And also new for 2025 is Horror in Hollowmere Trick or Treat, which Screams is calling a scare zone, although it's not really a scare zone. I don't think that term does it fair justice. It's a linear story thing. You can skip stations and go to the next one, but at the same time it's not truly free roaming. It's an actor-led experience through a town with stops along the way to have interactions with different residents of the town, with some games to play along the way and some lovely Haribo to keep you sweet. Set in the 90s, there's a lovely nostalgic touch and even a murder mystery to solve for those who really want to get into it. It's quite heavily LARPy. If you're comfortable with that kind of thing, for me it can be a little uncomfortable because I'm shy. But again, it's just a different take on how to do a scare zone, which I haven't seen before, and it adds a lot of chunky value to your ticket in addition to the scare mazes. Overall, it's a bit of fun. The acting was actually superb and really enjoyed it. I think it's a really good addition to this year's event. With the scare mazes, we have Malkin Manor. This is the classic ghost hunter streamers visiting a haunted house, and I'm sure there'll be no actual ghosts, right? Right? This one is creepy and theatrical. I think it's a good one to start with, and it's always nice to have a spooky classic haunted house to tour at a Halloween event. I love this house. It is beautiful and scary at the same time. Fantastic stuff. Jinxed is a carnival clown maze with a Mardi Gras flavour, which adds a welcome bit of spice. There's a lot of different tricks and effects that keep you guessing, and I love the energy of the performers in Jinxed. They were really infectious and a lot of fun and added a lot to the experience. BlackMarket's Killstream is the extreme maze at the event, and this one you'll be split up from your group almost instantly, so you'll be kind of going alone and basically you're going to be tortured. So you'll be shouted at, grabbed, pushed, sworn at, have a hood placed over your head and even electrocuted. There is a safe signal, like a gesture you can make if you wanted it to stop, and the staff would get you out. I absolutely chickened out on this one after just about surviving last year's run through. and the thought of being actually electrocuted was just a little bit too far for this old wimp. Let me know in the comments below if you would actually go through BlackMarket, or are you waving the safety signal and pulling out? So let's go over some practical information. Screams at Thornton Hall is located near Skipton in Yorkshire. It's an easy drive from Leeds, Bradford, Manchester and also the Lancashire area. Screams runs for selected nights until November the 1st in 2025, with prices currently starting at £23 online. The event opens from 6 p.m. each evening, with the attractions closing at 9:30 p.m. and the park closing at half an hour later at 10 p.m. You can select a time slot to enter the event, and once you're inside there's no time pressure, you can stay as long as you like until closing. However, your ticket just gets you one-time access to each of the 3 scare mazes and the scare zone, so you can only do each thing once. There's a fast track version if you want to feel VIP and express a line, and there's a screamless ticket if you didn't want to go into the haunted houses. There's also the Screams Arena, which has a lovely covered bar, live entertainment, a food truck, and there's a ghost train this year which costs an extra £5 to ride. A nice little bonus as well is when you pop to the toilets, you get to see the llamas and alpacas from the regular day farm attraction, so it's always a nice little bonus to see them, and you could even buy a rabbit if you wanted to. In summary then, I really feel that Screams! At Thornton Hall is one of the most underrated scare events in the UK Halloween calendar. The mazes are a really decent length, so you don't feel shortchanged, and they also have quite theatrical introductions which set the scene well. The acting is really enthusiastic and the jump scares will come thick and fast. Unlike other UK events, the mazes have been designed so that you have to open doors, turn back on yourself, and even feel at times as though you might be going round and round in circles to get through the experience. And it's these unique little touches that set Screams apart from the other scare events. I feel they've really raised the bar when it comes to design of haunted houses in the UK, and they've actually designed them to be scary, which makes a real difference when you visit other attractions in the UK. It's always a nice bonus too to see the llamas and alpacas and goats on the way to the loos, so there aren't many scare events where you can actually take home a pet rabbit. It's a nice little bonus on the side. So that's my thoughts on Screams! At Thornton Hall Country Park. Are you visiting in 2025? If you have visited, what was your favourite house? Let me know in those comments down below. And remember, until next time, stay safe on the way out and back.